How's it going, guys? I'm about to cut up this pineapple for lunch, and I wanted to turn the camera on and talk a little bit about, I guess, pineapple and how to cut it up. I can't tell you how many people I see in the food store, you know, when I'm shopping. They have a little container full of, you know, kind of pineapple. And you're paying such a premium by buying all kinds of things that are already prepped like that. You know, even if you're buying a chicken, you know, chicken breast with no skin on it, or something like that. You pay so much more money in most cases when you buy something that's already prepped for you, and the reality is it's so easy to do it yourself. Pineapple may seem pretty straightforward. I think a lot of people are intimidated by buying a whole pineapple and just cutting up themselves. Some people probably live their whole life and never needed to. They just keep buying it in a container. And there's nothing wrong with that if you buy it canned or in a container or whatever. But if you want to save money and you're a penny pincher like I am, because you know times are tough and save money wherever you can, if you like pineapple, buy it whole and cut it yourself. It's pretty easy. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video. Alright, first thing, let's talk about actually picking one out. If you do happen to shop for yourself, food shop, and you know you don't have someone else do it for you, whether it's your wife or girlfriend or mother or whatever, significant other. If you do food shop yourself, this is what you want to look for. This yellowy orange bit, you want about half or so or more of the pineapple. You don't want it to be mushy, okay, but you do want a little bit of give, a little bit of softness on the outside, okay, all over. That, of course, if you want to eat this right away, you're going to want it ripe. But a sure way to tell if this is ripe is the leaves. All you have to do is grab one of these center leaves, okay, and give it just a gentle pull. Now, if it pulls out with not a whole lot of resistance, it's ripe. If you're tugging on it and it's not going to pull out very easily, leave it alone, grab a different pineapple. Okay, these should pull out relatively easily. They shouldn't full out, but it should be a nice crisp little pop. Okay, so this one's nice and ripe. Alright, another trick I learned actually on YouTube last year was that before you cut up a pineapple, put it in the refrigerator upside down. Okay, you can take these greens off, by the way. All you have to do is just twist it. They'll twist right off. Just like that, okay? But before you're ready to eat it, put it in the refrigerator upside down, okay? And you want to leave it in there for about a half an hour. The reason being is that throughout the entire life of this pineapple, once it's picked, in the truck, processing, shipping, when it gets to the store, it's upright like this, okay? And all the sugar, all the natural sugar in the fruit settles to the bottom. And that's why oftentimes when you see these in the store, you'll see that it ripens up on the bottom first. Okay, so what you want to do is store it upside down for about a half an hour or so, or longer, but at least a half an hour. And that'll kind of redisperse all the sugars and stuff inside. And you'll actually find that if you do this, it's consistently sweet, the whole pineapple. If you don't do this, sometimes the pieces towards the top aren't as sweet. And that's basically why. So pretty simple. Alright, today's knife of choice is an awesome knife, one of my favorites. Of course, yes, I'll have a review on this. This is my friend on here, Kyley. His CKC belt knife. Absolutely beautiful knife. If you haven't checked out Kyley's channel, you want to check him out. His username is Knives and Stuff, and I'll put a link in the description box. I'll tell you, if I could afford it, I would get every single model that he ever comes out with, because watching him progress as a knife maker and customizer, it's just been an awesome experience here on YouTube. He's just he's gotten to be a pro. I mean, the stuff he puts out is just superb, and I think the prices are very reasonable. But anyway, beautiful knife, extremely sharp, beautiful convex grind on this. And that's what I'm going to use today for prepping this pineapple. Alright, so, let me set my camera up a little bit better so I can get kind of close. It's always hard doing a video behind the camera because you have to, you know, reach around it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do, obviously like I showed you, take off the green, okay, all the leaves and vegetation. Very simple, you can twist it off. Some people don't even bother, they just take their first slice off the end, and that takes the greens off. Put it on its side. Okay, we're going to take one slice off, about 1/4 inch in. Okay, now you can see, I want to go a little bit further because this is still some of the hard stuff, and it's actually a little bit rotten on the top here. Okay, I'll take off the other end. Alright. Throw out these pieces. Alright, now it's very simple. All you want to do is basically, we're skinning it. We're going to be cutting down the side. You're starting on a little bit of an angle and kind of turning in. Kind of hard to explain, but I'm starting it, like I said, starting at an angle and kind of doing kind of a curved shape here. You want to make sure you get all the skin off. Now, because I'm cheap, I try to do it without taking a lot of pineapple off, but you're going to waste some pineapple prepping it. That's just how it is. Okay, so now put it back on its side, get rid of our garbage. It's easier to clean up if you do it as you're prepping food instead of all the way at the end. Okay, so now what you're going to find is a lot of these little brown spots. Now, you definitely don't want to eat these. They're very hard. They're going to get stuck in your teeth. It's horrible, okay? So usually you grab a paring, if you're using a larger knife, this is where you switch your knife off to a little paring knife, something that's, you know, you have more fine detail cutting. But all you want to do is basically give this just a little bit of a turn, and these will actually pop right out. Okay? Imagine them as like kind of eyes on a potato, but you definitely don't want them. So I'm going to cut film here because this could be a little bit time consuming, but I'm going to pop all these out, and then I'll get back with you in a minute here. Alright, so there's my little pile of little brown bits, or I guess pineapple eyes. I don't know what you want to call them. But anyway, you can see there's still a couple tiny ones around. Don't worry about them. If it's large, it's going to bother you when you're eating it. But anyway, then we want to turn this over. Okay, and you want to just basically slice it up at this point. Okay, usually people do about one inch or so slices. I'm going to go a little skinnier because it's a smaller pineapple. So I'm doing about 1/2 inch slices. Alright, now last part is very simple. The core of the pineapple is a little tough, so what you want to do, and I don't know if you can tell with this lighting, but you can see kind of a natural circle in the middle. Now if you have a cookie cutter, a small round one, just boop, pop them right out, very easy. But if you don't, just manually cut them out with your knife. It's going to be very simple to do. And again, you can have a little more precision with a paring knife, but I'm not concerned with how this looks. So I'm just going to be eating this anyway when I'm done. So pop out your core, and that's it. Put it aside. And you can leave these as rings, or you can chop them up in smaller pieces. Alright, and there's your pineapple. So, anyway, so that's how you process a pineapple. If you have the time and a knife, you know, save a little bit of money, get your pineapples whole, and of course you can, you know, prep them up and enjoy them on the cheap. It's really good. Alright, so that's it, guys. Hope you liked the video. Kyley, awesome knife. Absolutely just loving this thing. I'm going to do a review on that in the future as well. But to be honest, I find myself using the kitchen more than anywhere else because it's just such a great kitchen knife. Alright, so that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching as always. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.